At 11 each morning, a cook threw scraps to 4 patiently waiting dogs. No matter what else was going on, those dogs gathered by the kitchen door like clockwork. No wonder in that, thought Safia. The curs eat better than many of my own people. Horsemen rode fence lines every Monday, checking for breaks and rounding up stray cattle. Saturdays around 1, the work week came to an end, and many people drifted down the hill in groups or alone to shop or perhaps visit friends and relatives in the nearby village. Some rode horses, some walked, a few drove battered cars or pickups. She'd easily picked out her target from the description given her. Unfortunately, this individual rarely left the premises and spent most hours of the day in what she knew to be an office building. Inconvenient to her mission, but Safia had figured a way to solve the problem. Even people with seemingly few habits always had at least one. Snapping off a few last photos, she took pride in the mastery of such a sophisticated camera. Because of her humble beginnings and lack of education, her training on this and so much other high-tech equipment had been slow, but the teachers were quick to praise her sharp mind and dedication to jihad. They were also pleased with her chosen appellation, Safia. It was a fitting name for a martyr, as Safia was Muhammad's aunt, who saved Muslims from destruction in the Battle of the Trench when she heroically used a pole to kill a Jewish spy. Accepting Muhammad as her only god, Safia now knew the enemy and would have the satisfaction of avenging the loss of her once proud heritage. It was finally all so clear, thanks to her new family of believers. She would fight so that her people would never again be forced from the sidewalk into the street when meeting a light-skinned person. Her dark skin and small stature, which had once relegated her to near animal status, was now a blessing for her mission. The despised enemy simply ignored her. Her class, her caste really, made her a non-person, no more noticeable than a stray mongrel foraging for scraps at their feet. A hot wave of hatred surged through her body, warming her. She smiled, shimmied back behind a boulder, pulled a colorful scarf over her head, and headed for the main road back to base camp. Her stakeout complete, she must prepare for the next step. With her Glock 18 and camera tucked out of sight in her back satchel, she sauntered from a path onto the pavement. Even walking alongside a main highway in broad daylight, Safia was as good as invisible. A truckload of soldiers rumbled past, never giving her a second glance. She ducked her head, hiding another smile. She was probably better armed and trained than any one of them. A pickup sped by, purposely passing close enough to force her from the pavement, but skidded to a stop a few yards ahead. She made no move toward the truck, for she knew they had not stopped to give her a ride, but the 5 men walking ahead of her. The men vaulted over the tailgate and the truck sped away, leaving her to plod along in a cloud of red dust. Insolent infidels. Within 10 minutes, her own ride arrived. She lay in the back seat, covered by a blanket, until 30 minutes later when they left the asphalt and bumped onto a dirt road to their training stronghold. Only then did she sit up and relax, looking forward to the company of her fellow jihadists, others whose spiritual fire and purpose matched her own. Oh, she knew liberation of her own people would not come in her lifetime, as she was soon destined for imminent glory in the name of God. Her reward